Hey folks, Tim Newman with Lite Studios bringing yet another daily assignment your way. Today's assignment for August 1st, 2019. Our assignment today is titled A Show of Hands. Raise your hand if you'd like to take pictures like the ones you're about to see. So go out, capture hands doing their thing, whatever that thing may be. Old, young, smooth or rough, hands have so much to say if you're only listening. Let's take a look at some sample images. I love this first sample image here. I really love the feel of the picture, the tonality of the colors that are in it, the old hands showing the new hands how to do this pottery technique. I just think it's really a great shot. I like the way it's anchored in the frame. I love the way there is a rule of thirds component to it in both the horizontal and vertical directions, yet there's that middle line focus happening here in terms of the center point of the image, kind of contrary to the rule of thirds or breaking the rules. But sometimes when you break the rules, it works out really, really well. In this second image, we're kind of seeing the same thing here again. We've got that middle line focus happening here, or focal point, if you will. I love the way the hands are placed over the expectant mother's tummy here in the scene, making that heart shape. I just think it's a really great image in terms of the high key lighting, the tonal balance that exists in the image, and the subject balance that we see there as well. And if you really think about it, we got rule of thirds happening horizontally and vertically here as well still. Let's take a look at some of the elements of design that matter to us here in this assignment. Lines are critically important, and shapes. We've seen both of those so far in both of our sample images, and I think color is really important here too. These tend to be more simplistic images because we're focusing closer in and working on just the hands in a lot of them. So really think about color stylizing and tonality in the images. It'll make a big difference. Let's go to our next sample image here. In this sample image, clearly a sign of the times, no doubt about it. I love the way the hands are poised over the phone, getting ready to text. I think this image has a lot of messages in it. It certainly has the rule of thirds going on here and some leading lines coming in from the corners here. And remember how we just talked about color? You see the managed color set happening here, the blues and the yellows. Not a mistake in the way this picture was put together. Absolutely thought out in advance. Our next sample image, very simple, very straightforward, a black and white, but black and white with excellent tonality. I would say that the subject balance here is absolutely spot on, and I love the feel of the old hand guiding the young hand in this image. I think it really, really has a great deep message to it, yet on a very simplistic presentation. Our last sample image here, you can't go wrong with this one. Mom and dad's hands in the new baby's feet. This is a classic shot, but it's done really well here. The color set is managed in this image in a really nice way. I think the lighting is subtle. It kind of leans towards the warm side. And I think the subject balance and even the geometric balance here from top to bottom works pretty well. Okay, let's take a look at some of the rules of composition that matter to us here. Balance is something that you've heard me say in all of these pictures that we looked at, that I thought tonal balance, subject balance, and even geometric balance existed here. A lot of leading lines to guide the viewers through the images to where you'd like their attention to end up in all of these images, and point of view is critical here. And I think in every one of these shots, if you go back and take a look at them, you'll see that point of view really enforces the message of the image that's here. All right, one last slide to take a look at. Here are our guidelines for exporting images if you're going to upload them for the semi-monthly image critique. You'll also see that we have an example of a name of one of today's images, including our naming standard laid out there above. If none of that makes sense to you, take a look at the Update 01 video, for which there is a link provided below in the description. Also in the description is a link for that upload URL, so you can send your images to us if you would like us to consider them for our semi-monthly image critique. Last but not least, while we're talking about links, don't forget that red subscribe button. It's a pretty darn cool link too. Matter of fact, it might be the best link out there. All right, we're out of here, but not without reminding you that learning equals skills, practice equals mastery. We'll see you out there.